The clinic as a brand is something that we're really proud of and something that has really, grown over the years.
The brand in general, I think one of the most important things is the individuals that are behind it. I mean, we've had an incredible group of individuals since day one.
I mean, we're always striving to be better. We're always trying to improve our process.
The passion and the people here is what really drives it.
It's a very family atmosphere here at the clinic.
And we want everyone to be here and want to be here and produce the best product and understand that we are producing something for our patients and customers. That is the end product. So literally from seed to sale, everyone's job is important.
We want to continue that regardless of how big the company gets or how many states we expand to.
We do have a strong brand. We've been working hard for that, participating in cannabis cups and other events around the cannabis industry. Our company is heavily involved in raising money for the MS Society with our golf tournament and our MS Walk team.
We're always pushing to be better, and you can always be better at something.
We utilize the clinic as our branding for our dispensaries and the company name, but we also operate a few different brands. We have the lab that oversees all of our concentrates and extraction processes. And we also use the bank.
The bank does all of our genetics, so they do clones, they do all of our seeds and everything like that.
We sell seeds and clones both here to customers and patients, but also to the market in general. And we know that a lot of our competitors actually grow a lot of the bank genetics.
Yeah, I would say we have a couple flagship strains. We definitely have a couple Cannabis Cup winners in our library. I would say the Tangy and the Kosher Kush are probably two of the most well-known strains that we grow.
Our Cherry Pie is also one.
A little bit different. We kind of have the sativa with the Tangy and a very strong tangerine or orange smell, and the Kosher Kush is just that real typical California OG, old man's breath, leather boots.
Another one that we're well known for is our Grape Godbud, which is a unique strain that not a lot of people have, but it's a nice indica that we've had since day one, and it's a really short flowering time. It's really dense. It smells great. It's got a great color. It's just a really unique strain, and I think it's great that we've held on to it for all of these years.
To be on Colorado Boulevard and I-25, I think it was important for the clinic in general to really plant our flag. We've been a part of that area. We've had a store in that area since 2009, and although it has moved to a new location, I think what was important was that people saw us cemented in the community there. Since we opened in 2009, we've been really focusing on providing a lot of our own products. The flower products and concentrate products that you generally find in our store, those are all grown in-house and processed in-house, so you can be sure that you're getting the level of quality that you would anticipate from our company. It's a one-on-one customer experience with the patient. I think you will walk away from your experience at the clinic saying that was the most knowledgeable, friendly bud tender that you've had an opportunity to meet.
We've got about 5,000 square feet of flowering space in this facility and about 1,800 square feet of edge. We're on a perpetual flowering cycle, so we're harvesting daily, basically, and the whole purpose of that is to get fresh product to our stores on a regular basis and not have to stockpile product here at the warehouse. One of our newest advances is our LED lights in our vegetative area. We've really improved our rate to finish in terms of plants getting ready to be flowered. We see tighter internodes and really generally overall greater health of the plant. I've also saved about 65% on my energy costs in that room for that switch. So this is pretty much where it all begins here. This is the veg room here at the clinic. Right on this side is sort of our first stage veg. It's a 6-inch rock wool. We've got a couple guys here potting out a new tray. These plants will live here for about 3 to 5 weeks prior to being transplanted into their final pot. And then they'll get a week or two in here prior to be moving into our flower space. So you can see by the color of the light, we're growing under all LEDs right now. These are the Fluence spiders. They put out about 365 watts compared to the 1,000-watt lights we're growing in here. So saving a lot of energy using these. We grow about 29 strains in our production with about 9 to 10 of those strains being produced per month on a large basis. Here's another little bit of an R&D, which is a double-decker LED growing area. Just trying to maximize all of our yield in all of our square footage that we can. All right, well here we are in our one of our large flowering rooms. We've got the Gavita double-ended HPS lights that work at 1150 watts. We've got greenhouse rolling benches that all of our crop is on, and so we're maximizing our grow space and minimizing our aisle space. HAF fans moving the air throughout the room. We've got CO2 injection here in the room. And we just got some brand new HVAC equipment which actually has dehumidification. We're controlling this room with our Hortimax CX500. Acts as both a climate control system as well as a fertigation machine. And we're able to control our humidity in this room in a gap between 40 and 60% relative humidity. So much better control than we were seeing in some of our past rooms.
It is the only trimmer that I will use. I've used plenty of other ones in the past, just demoed them, and never had the results that I did when I demoed a GreenBroz. And from there, it was just basically, let's go ahead and purchase quite a few of these and put them in.
I mean, I can tell you that I remember Matthew coming to me and talking to me about a trim machine.
I'd seen a bunch of machines. I'd tried, machines that did wet trimming, other machines, tumblers that had done dry trimming.
And me telling him very quickly that I was not interested. This was not something that the clinic did. We took a lot of care and concern in hand trimming 100% of our product and feel that to be extremely important to be able to bring that level of quality to the marketplace.
When he brought the machine in to put it to the test, I brought in some strains that I had ready that I knew were very fragile. Sage, sour diesel, sativas like that are a little more delicate because they're a little airier and not as dense. As soon as the machine turned on and you started seeing the quality of the trim coming out into the bottom bin, as well as being able to actually pick up some of those buds as it was rolling around and going, wow, this bud is really, it's pretty much done.
Right away we saw that the quality was excellent, both of the flower coming out of the GreenBroz as well as sort of the trim that was left over. So very quickly those fears dissipated.
And it wasn't breaking off any of the nodes and wasn't turning any of these big colas into smaller buds or anything like that. That was one of the big selling points and one of the most impressive things that I saw, how delicate it was for these strains that required, the delicacy.
I can honestly tell you that I remember my jaw being on the floor. I was blown away. In fact, I think if I recall correctly, one of the nuggets particularly had a real foxtail, end to it, and I was just completely blown away that to look at that flower when it was pulled out of the trim machine. It had literally trimmed perfectly around the foxtail, didn't chop it off, and I think that natural type look to a flower product is what the end user is really after.
It's allowing us to put out this, more product in less time, but with the same quality.
The GreenBroz product, it's absolutely producing the most perfect trim.
The trim that's produced by the GreenBroz machine is great because it's really clean cut. You're still actually getting all of those sugar leaves.
There's no large pieces versus small pieces. Everything's not chopped up.
It's not crushing it up. It's not, putting it into a powder or anything like that. You're actually getting all of those leaves and you're actually seeing all of the trichomes still actually sitting on the leaves. So it's really clean, it's really quick, and then when we actually package it up and send it off to our MIP, we were able to see that we were getting actually a little bit better yields with it because we didn't have as many hands on it. When someone's hand trimming all the way through, you're actually taking some of those resin glands and trichomes and such off, with their gloves and scissors and things like that. So having kind of this one point where you're getting 80 to 90% of your trim from that machine without having a lot of hands touching it increased the quality of that trim for us actually. I would definitely recommend the GreenBroz to other people, and I have recommended the GreenBroz to other people, and it's great to see them actually go out and purchase one. And one of the things that is a major selling point for me, and when I'm talking to somebody about it and they're asking me questions, is just how gentle it is. How gentle it is that there's no vertical drop, so you're not knocking off those trichomes. Having the variable speed, having it max out at a certain speed is great. And that being eyes on, which goes back to, again, the machine is as efficient as the operator is gonna allow it to be, and you can really push the machine to be more efficient than I think even it's marketed as.
I think the clinic in general, I mean, and our brands as a whole, continuing to improve.
To stay ahead of the curve, we've been increasing automation in a lot of the processes, especially in the processing department that I oversee. Over the 6 years that I've been here, the processes that we've changed, the developments that we've had, it's been amazing to watch it grow and to work with it, and that's something that we're going to continue to do with the brand, with the clinic, as everything moves on.
As we move out of state, it's exciting to be able to have these new ventures. So we are open in Vegas, and anyone can come out and visit us there.
We have 2 cultivations and 2 dispensaries in Illinois. We have a dispensary and 2 cultivations in Nevada.
We want the clinic's brand to be known nationally, but I think because of the fact that it should be synonymous with quality. We've done a lot internally here to always make sure that we're putting out the best product on the market, as well as with our supplement brands of the lab and the bank.
Favorite personal strain here is probably Stardog Guava. I love the way it looks. It has huge calyxes. It smells great. The nose on it, you really get that chem smell off of it.
I love Kosher Kush. I mean, Kosher Kush has always been such an awesome strain. Incredible flavor. I like the heavier indicas, and it's got an incredible backstory as well. I mean, Kosher is probably one of the most winning strains of all time. It's won overseas as well as plenty of times here in the States.
We've had a strain here for the entire time that we've been with the company, Grape Godbud, that is not like any other strain that you've seen on the market. The grape nose to it is really just wonderful, and it brings out a little bit of purple hues in it too. It's just a great strain.
My name is Ryan Cook. I'm the Chief Operating Officer for the clinic, the lab, and the bank, and I've been with the company now for since its inception in 2009, so about 8 years.
My name is Matthew Stafford. I am the DTCP Operations Manager here in Colorado, and for our out-of-state operations, I help aid and oversee the operations for all processing in Illinois and in Nevada as well.
My name is Josh Malman. I'm the head of grow operations here at the clinic, and I've been here for 6.5 years.